Just riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, look at Zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, look at Zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, bitch, all in the feelings. When I smash, call her a hoe and pull out her extensions. This the game, we on defense, you know that we blessing. He gon' disappear like magic, know his loved ones gon' miss him. Closed casket can't kiss him. Bitch, I'm lit up. Alphabets, VBS, it shine like glitter. See, I'm flexing on you niggas, do some sit-ups. Stay woke, get up. 2 years in and I'm still the hottest nigga. Them niggas on the other side tripping. I was in your hood, homie. Draco riding shotgun, interior match the wood on it. Bitch, I'm riding Wraith. Pick up, drop your bitch off, she wasn't safe. And if you talking about smoke, we gon' blow that in your face.
Hey.
Riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, look at Zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, look at Zaddy in my whole voice.
Yo, we back. What's up, chat? Hey, I appreciate all the hosts. My guy Dab come through with the host. Shout out to Baby Girl coming through. Shout out to Wifey for the bits. But man, what's up, man? I missed y'all. I streamed during the week, you know what I'm saying? But it's I don't know. This podcast stream hit different. So, but I appreciate y'all nonetheless. Mac. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Man. Hey, I want to officially welcome y'all to the Easy to Talk To podcast, man. Episode number 3. Number 3, man. All that jazz. With our special guest, none other than Miss Jazzy B. What's up, Jazz?
Yo, what's poppin'? Yo, thank you for having me. I'm a little nervous.
Nervous? It's just a conversation.
I don't know why. Well, look, I feel like I should have wore like a dress or something like that and look cute. I don't know.
You heard
I'm out here with my look. I have my Bob Marley shirt. Every little team gonna be alright. We gonna be cool.
You heard all that ratchet ass music I was playing? You alright?
Yeah, I did.
You'll be just fine. But
I appreciate you guys having me, man. Thank you.
Anytime, no appreciate problem. You sliding through.
And look,
absolutely.
I ain't even gonna waste no time. I'm gonna get right into it, man. The reason that I have Jazzy on is because she is my second guest, or our second guest, in the streamer spotlight section of the podcast. So if you type in !jazz in the chat, you'll get a link to, I believe, 2 of her social medias and her Twitch stream. I believe she's streaming live right now. She is an amazing Apex player. And normally when I have a guest on, I could kind of tell you the backstory of like how we met and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I really don't remember. I really don't remember how I stumbled on this stream. I do know that when certain people joined the stream that I knew, such as, Mac, I believe Logan run with her sometime, Dabs run with her. Like, so I know these people as they come in the stream, but I can't quite remember how I got in there. But Jazzy, man, what started you streaming? Like, what made you want to broadcast your gameplay?
Honestly, it was a really good friend of mine who was my very first mod in my chat. His name is Scarface Flaw. I met him way back in like 2009 playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And he would just always tell me, he was like, Jazz, you got to do something with this. He was like, man, you just have that sparkle, that shine, that personality that just people just fuck with. He was like, you should start streaming. I'm like, what the hell is streaming? He was like, well, basically, you just broadcast your gameplay. You just get on, you just talk with people. And I'm like, I gotta have a camera and set up for that. And like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know like what comes across when you're streaming to other people. Like, I didn't think anybody would want to watch me or would be interested. I'm like, I'm okay at video games. People be trying to call me like a young goddess out here, but I'm not that great, man. I'm good because it takes a lot of time and practice. But I never really thought I'd get to the point where I'd want to stream. But he just continued to motivate me and encourage me. And at one point, he was streaming at first too. He was streaming Street Fighter 5, and he went through Evo and all that stuff. And I kind of would go into his chat and support him, and a lot of his followers would tell me to play too. So I finally got on, and it just kind of took off from there. Like the community started growing. A lot of his supporters came over to my stream, but I started just promoting myself. Like I would go on Instagram, I'd go on Twitter, I'd be on Facebook, and I'd drop clips, I'd drop highlights, I'd drop gameplay on YouTube, and go on Reddit, and people started to take notice. And what was really cool is like when I started getting people coming into my chat, and just talk with them like how I talk with you guys now. We just become, we become cool, we become friends, and I allow people to get to know me like on a different level other than just seeing me game. Like people see me rage, people hear me talk shit. Like I ain't got no filter. Y'all been in my chat. It's wild. But what's really cool is I like to engage in the chat, and I get to know people such as yourself, such as Mac, and we get to become friends. We built that bond and we built that friendship, and that gaming community is so strong for me, and it kind of just blossomed over time to the point where this isn't not just like a side hustle for me, not just like a job. Like I want this to make my professional career, and I want to make something out of it. I want to make something out of myself. And it kind of just started as an idea, as a thought, as a notion, as a maybe, as a possibility, as a dream, and right now we just running with it.
Man, that sounds dope as hell. Cause my story don't really go like that. Uh, it was like, man, you should stream. I was like, you know what? All right.
Bet.
And
It
here
was
I
that
am.
simple for you.
Yeah, here I am. You know what I'm saying? Years later. So with that being said, now, do you set like short term goals, long term goals, or do you just kind of go and then kind of let the chips fall where they may? Like,
As far as right now, I wouldn't necessarily say that like I'm letting the chips fall where they may. Like I understand like streaming is a grind. Taking your community somewhere, taking your stream to another level is a process, and it takes time. I mean, a lot of people like to say that they get into this and that it's going to come easy, and it never does. Nothing in life ever comes easy. You always got to put in that work, and a lot of people don't have that work ethic to put in that type of time, that type of dedication, and be self-motivating to be able to push themselves to become greater or to achieve something. And for me, it's not more so I let the chips fall where they may, because when you say that, you just kind of let it be what it is. There's no real work involved in that. Like for me, is I'm at a place where I know where I want to go and what it's going to take to get there, and I just got to put the work in to get there, no matter how long it takes. So it's just grind time for me. It's just an ever going, ever growing process. And for me, no matter how long it takes, if it takes a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long, I'm gonna keep doing this because I love it. I mean, I play video games every day. It's allowed me to deal with a lot of things that I have going on in my own personal life, and shit, I might as well hang out with cool people, meet new people, make new friends while I'm doing it. And the bonus part of that is like I said, I never thought people would want to hang out and chill with me and watch and talk to me every day. But the fact that I do get people that come in and tune in and they watch, and they chat with me throughout the chat, make fun of me throughout the chat, clip my stuff, watch my videos. It's an amazing experience for me to see that type of see that type of thing develop because of myself, my personality. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, especially when I was real young, I used to be insecure. Like, it's crazy when people see me now or they meet me now, they understand like how my personality is. Like, I'm vibrant, but I used to be insecure when I was little. I used to be very doubtful of myself. I was not really aware of myself and my emotions, so I didn't really open up to people a lot like that. Like, if you were to ask me when I was younger if I wanted to stream and have people watch me and talk to me, nah, not happening. Not gonna do it. I was in a shell. Like, I wasn't that type. But we're just gonna keep this train moving and kind of see where it takes us. You know, I mean, it's in God's hands at this point, and right now I got an amazing community and a support system behind me. I got wonderful people like you who give people like me an opportunity to be on a podcast. Like, I've never been on a podcast before. And although it sounds simple and we just chopping it up, I'm still nervous. Like, I'm sitting here, my tummy turning. I don't know if I'm gonna say the right things, if it's gonna come out right.
No, you
But yeah,
doing great.
it's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Hey Mac, man, I'll give you a chance, man. If you got any questions for Miss Jazzy, man, go ahead and shoot.
Uh, I don't think so right now. We're just gonna have to get into a topic. Then I might have some questions in a second. You know, just listening and stuff. I have some in a minute. I just ain't got none right now.
Okay. Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about is being a variety streamer. That's one of the topics for tonight. So if you can, how important is it to you to have like different audiences to bring them together? Because of course you play Apex. I believe I've seen you play Call of Duty. I don't think I've ever seen you play Fortnite or anything like that. But how important is it to you to reach out to these different audiences and bring them in to your chat? Because basically they're coming for Jazzy, right? So
Right.
how important is it to reach out to these different communities to get them all to come to you?
It's very important. Not just to me, but to a lot of streamers. Like, a lot of people that come to my stream, they know like right now I've solely been focused on Apex just because I put a lot of time into it. I've been grinding it, and I see myself getting better at the game. And a lot of people that come into my stream, they love to watch me play Apex. But you know, we've done other streams. Like, I have played Fortnite. I have played For Honor on stream. I've also played Call of Duty on stream. We've even done that horror stream where people just want to watch me scream for hours and get scared out of my mind. But what's really cool about it is when you venture out and you touch bases on these different types of, you know, games and modes, you get a new audience of people who get to see you not just for you playing the game, but they get to see your personality as you play the game. Like I said, I'm not good at every game. I'm not the best at Apex or whatever, but when I can try another game and I get somebody that stops by and say, hey, you know, I like this game too, and they start asking me questions, or they see me play and they say, hey, you're pretty good, or hey, you kind of suck at the game, but you funny as hell, I'm gonna stick around. Like it's cool like that, because like not only does that like bring more traffic to my channel by word of mouth, because those people will get on Twitter or they'll follow me on Twitter, they'll repost my posts or my tweets or like my statuses, and that kind of just like that process of word of mouth is amazing. Like, even just to give you a little bit of an example, even with your podcast, I have people that I didn't even know were interested in podcasts retweeting this or sending me DMs like, hey, I'm so excited, I can't wait to tune in. I was like, what's his channel? Let me go follow, or let me go see his channel when you guys are ready. And that's the thing that I love, because it doesn't just support me, like it supports other gamers, it supports other streamers, you know, and helps everybody move along. I tell this all the time when it comes to streaming, not just variety streaming, but just when it comes to streaming in general. I mean, I want to see everybody win, not just for myself. If you create that positive climate, that positive outlook, and that positive environment around your community and around the people that fuck with you and the people that you fuck with, I mean, it's nothing but positive things are going to come from that. Nothing but good vibes and good energy is going to come from that. So when it comes to variety streaming, being able to reach out to different types of people, different types of personalities, different types of gamers and opinions, and because you're always going to meet and come across so many different types of people. As a gamer, it's important because, one, you don't want to be subjected to just one thing. Like, if you think about Kobe Bryant, and his recent passing, rest in peace to the Mamba. Um, a lot of people knew him for his love and his passion of basketball, but a lot of people did not know about his humanity, what he did as a philanthropist, what he did as a human being. And it was really cool to see how, you know, a lot of that information started coming out, and a lot of people started to see what he did in a lot of different ventures, you know, with children in sports. When it came to children in medicine, you know, his investments, when it came to his donations, like a lot of those things that you don't ever see that someone does behind the scenes, is it kind of ties into what I do as a streamer, because I want to be able to reach out beyond streaming. Like I want to be able, if I get to the point where I can reach out and I can support other people and what they're doing, or create a foundation for myself that creates more opportunities for others, like why not? It's limitless and it's endless what you can do as a streamer if you can take it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally understand, and that's why I made the decision, I guess, to walk away from the 2K community, because I wanted to branch out. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. Got a little baby action happening. Y'all know how that go.
Yeah, Lil Harmony turning up, right?
I love that name, man. Hey, Mac, you ever thought about having kids?
Yeah, I just don't want none.
Little mini Max running around.
No, I'm good. Good on.
Nah, not even in the future.
Yeah, in the future. I mean, I got about a little short window, about maybe like 4 or 5 years. Other than that, it's a dub.
I feel you. I feel you. Let me ask you this, because you know he asked me about streaming, and you know, if y'all don't know who Mac is, MacTurntUp, y'all go ahead and go to her channel and hit that follow button. But if y'all have not seen this woman play 2K, it's ridiculous. Like there's not too many, you know, female players on that platform that can ball and hoop like she does, and she's honestly a hooper because she does that. She's been doing that in her real life. I know Easy had to kind of turn away, but can I just ask you, like, what has it been, or what has it meant for you, just from my own understanding, from being a hooper in real life like myself to transitioning that into gaming?
I mean, it's just been fun, something to do. Like I always been like that type of person, kind of like a tomboy, kind of in a sense. And like you said, I play ball, so I like playing video games since I was. I think I've been playing video games since I was like 12 or something like that. I want to. So it's just some extra to do, and I mean it's easy to turn it into like basically a game, like versus like playing in real life. Because I've been playing basketball in real life since 7, so it's been an enjoyable experience. But like Easy said, the 2K community, it's just really different and toxic and stuff like that. And a lot of people are walking away just because the community toxic, and it's especially more toxic for females in general and different things.
Why do you
like
think it's gotten so toxic, though?
just because of like just because of the people. Like people get in-game chat, talk crap and all this. A lot of people don't say good game and all that type of stuff, and people just really hating on each other. That's all it is, really, honestly. Like Apex, you really don't get a lot of. I mean, you can't talk trash too much, but it's just getting to the point. It's just, I don't know. And for women, it's even worse because you'll get called out your name basically for any.
Wow. Yeah. So let me ask you a question, because you know, I know you hooped in real life. I hooped in real life. You know, I played college ball too. I played for the Women's Air Force team here in Arizona, and you know, trash talk is all about is a part of hooping. Like you got to talk a little smack while you're on the court. You got to get into somebody's head. Do you feel that like is the reason why people take it too far in the gaming side of it is because it's a video game? Do you feel like a lot of that comes from being behind, you know, a computer screen where people feel bold enough to do that? Do you think that because of that type of mentality is what kind of ruins the experience for you when you play or when you stream?
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's people who just, who just be really like just doing this shit just because you were behind a computer screen. Like really, because you can't do nothing. Like I'm not one of the people who gonna talk trash and all that. And behind the computer screen, messing with nobody or nothing like that. But I just think it's just because of that. And people really ain't never played ball in real life. So they just be talking trash to make you feel worse.
Right. Yeah, that's wild. See, like I always wanted to play 2K. I'm not gonna lie. I have a couple of my friends who like they're really good at 2K, and they be like, "Jesse, you hoop? How come you don't play 2K?" I just suck at sports games. Like the buttons don't do what I wanted to do. Like I literally tried to pass, full court pass, and then I shot the ball like 300 feet. I'm like, bruh, like this is not like the animations like just got me messed up. And I know it takes time. You got to get used to the buttons and the controls, and I just don't have the patience. Like when it comes to hooping, like I don't know, I'm way more aggressive, even more than I am playing shooting games. And if it don't do what I want it to do, bruh, I'm done. It's a wrap. Like I'll put the controls down. Like I've broken a control. I'm not gonna lie, I broke a controller playing 2K just because I couldn't get it to do what I really wanted it to do. Like if I see somebody cutting, like I want to pass it a certain way, and like I had to try to change the controls, and it was just too much for me. Like, was it easier for you to pick up as far as
Yeah,
like
I mean,
into the game?
it's easy to pick up, especially if you done played basketball before. So like you got that part where you know how to pass, you know who's open, you know what's a good shot, you know what's a bad shot and different. So it was easy for me to pick up just because I played ball. So it was easy for me to pick up.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to kind of hear your journey. Like, have you, other than 2K, have you? I know I've seen you play Apex a couple of times, but in regards to talking about variety streaming, have you played any other games as well?
Uh Not really. Like I really, besides like stuff like GTA and all that different type of stuff like that. I played Black Ops when Black Ops was kind of cool. I used to play Black Ops like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, but they changed the game too much. Like I feel like Black Ops became like a camping game. That's legit it.
It did. It has
So
been.
yeah, it's just been a camping game. Like people just get on there and camp and all this other stuff. And I used to, like I said, I used to love it. But now it's a nah.
I
Oh my
feel.
God.
I don't hear the baby crying no
God.
more. Are we back?
Yeah. I think Easy might be, or he still handling everything he doing right now.
Oh, okay. Daddy duties, y'all gotta love it. There's a it's always good to see like positive black male role models, positive black
Yeah,
female
and,
role models,
and
especially for our
Easy
own
do
community.
that, and Easy does do that for sure.
Yes, yes, he does. How do you feel like that's actually a good question? I'm gonna just
All right,
steer
I'm back.
away. Oh wait, never mind. Hold on. Boss man's back. Welcome back. How's the
Thank you,
baby?
thank you, thank you.
She
Crazy,
all
man.
right now?
She crazy. Crazy as hell. You wanna? You can babysit. I promise it won't be long, just until she start college, and I'll be I'll be back to pick up. I promise. But no, I did hear everything. So the problem that I be having with the the toxicity when it comes to like females, like I talk shit to niggas and niggas talk shit to me, but like I'm I'm not a bitch. I'm not a hoe. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like I be confused as to when they get on and they talk to the women. It's always like 0 to 100. Like it's always like you this you that. Like when they talk to me, I'm just trash and that's it. Like but I don't understand what clicks for niggas where they have to like super or overly disrespect women when and it's hard sometimes for a guy like myself to just go to a stream and be like, "What's up?" without them like females like getting like defensive or instantly think I'm trying to like hit on them or like I don't want you. I just saw you playing the game and figured I would come say what's up. Like or if I if I whisper somebody or if I DM them, like some women are like defensive, but it's because it's not just them. It's because 20 other niggas that messaged them before me was on some bullshit. So they just assume that I'm on some bullshit too. And so in that sense, I feel like it's unfair for some guys, but I do kind of understand it though. And I'd be like, Mom, chill. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
I think that's what's hard in like in society, like in general, like when there's anything that has to do between male or females. Females are always going to get the shorter end of the stick because they are women. Men, they got that ego. They have to feel like they have to have some type of power over a woman, and that's that weak-minded mentality that some men have. I'm not saying that all men have that, but some men have, and even in the gaming community, there's always going to be some level of toxicity, no matter what game that you're playing, no matter if you're male or female, no matter the color of your skin, your religion, your creed, or whatever the case may be. You always going to hear somebody talk something bad about you. And I even had to deal with a few, little trials and tribulations of my own. But I always tell the chat, like, no matter what people do or say, at the end of the day, you got to live in your truth. Like, there's always going to be people that talk bad about you no matter what you do. There's always going to be people that, want to see you fail when you're trying to do good, or you have those people like probably a lot of people can relate to this. Like, you ever been in a situation in your real life around friends, family, relatives, or you go to a party where you'll have that one person that will try to talk down on your name or your character in front of other people to try to get them to talk down on you too, because misery loves company. And my remedy to that is, when there's miserable people, you're gonna see Jazzy B with a motherfucking smile on her face. I'm a smile and I'm a laugh. I could be in a room where, like, I literally had one of my best friends in the world like did me so dirty where we're not best friends no more. But I've literally been in the same room with that female and never called out her name. I ain't even going to acknowledge your presence because your presence is irrelevant to me. But everybody else in the room going to feel me and they going to know that I'm there, because people who fuck with me going to know that I'm real for me. So, like, what I tell people when they hear, especially if you're in the 2K community, which I'm not in, but as a female, you're always going to hear men, come at you sideways because they want to get you out of your character. They want that ratchet ass female to come out like, nah, nigga, fuck you, fuck this, and be like that. They want you to come out like that. But it takes that special woman, it takes that special person to stay composed in those situations, because there's gonna be real ass people that are gonna recognize that. I was like, okay, he got this wild ass nigga flashing off on her, but look, her game speak for herself, man. She just dropped the dub on a nigga, and that's what's real to me. Like, I'll sit and I'll watch. There was one. I don't know if you guys know who Trey and Jay are.
Those
but
are people.
Yeah, but I started watching them, and then that kind of ventured me off into going through the 2K streams and kind of watching other streamers. And I actually seen one day like a female hooper who was on, and some dude came on the mic and he started coming at her all kinds of sideways. Like, it had nothing to do with the game, just started calling her all types of bitches and hoes and telling her to suck his dick and all this shit. And she never said a word, bruh. She just started talking with her chat. And the entire time, like, she busting this nigga ass, like, on the court, like on some crazy shit. And then he getting madder and madder, so, like, he's saying even more derogatory things in her direction. He flinging them at her at this point, and she just doing her thing. And at the end of the game, I think he was guarding her at the end of the game. She hit that green beans on that nigga, bust that 3 right in his face, and she was like, game time, bitch. And then just hopped out. I was like, that's the coldest bitch in the world right there. That's how you supposed to handle a motherfucker. But it be like that sometimes, where, like, I feel kind of sad that you feel like you shouldn't be in the 2K community anymore because it could be toxic. But I feel like if it's something that you enjoy and you love to do, face those adversities, face those toxic people with a smile, and just be like, man, fuck what you talking about, nigga. I'm about me, and I'm gonna do me. And shit, for me, when I hear that in Apex, that good old mute button is my motherfucking friend. I ain't got to hear you say shit. I ain't got to hear your voice at all, and I'm gonna just play my game and do me. And the people that fuck with me and the people that gonna recognize, my truth and my realness, they gonna fuck with me. And if you ain't fucking with it, by all means, bro, you ain't got to follow, you ain't got to watch, you ain't gotta come in and say nothing. But at the end of the day, my stream gonna be on at this time for the people who here for me. And I feel like with you and Mac, I genuinely enjoy coming to your stream and watching you guys play 2K, and I would not want you guys to give up on that. Although I do love the fact that you guys have this new venture. This podcast is amazing.
I
Obviously, I'm running my
appreciate
mouth
that.
a minute because that's just what I do. But I would love for you guys to just keep doing that.
Oh yeah, and it's going to keep going. But part of the reason why I decided to I guess, give up on that, as you would say, it's because there is no light at the end of the tunnel. So if I
Mm,
thought for a chance or for a second that, you know what, the community can change and we could come together, you know what I mean, and we we don't have to be so toxic, because you could talk shit without being toxic, like that could happen. So I was like, well, maybe, but I know it's just too far gone, man. It's just too far gone.
mm,
Matter of fact, me leaving the community birthed the podcast, because I wanted to create a place where it's cool to come and promote your social media, promote your stream, and to talk about you. Like, you can't, because you can't even really go to a chat and be like, oh yeah, I like a streamer that you don't know, and be like, yeah, I just got done streaming, and I just came and wanted to find somebody to watch. The mods will ban you for self promoting. Like, it's because nobody, like, it's hard to find people that want to help the next man come up. Like, it's
mm.
very, very hard. So that's why I created this, and it was important for me to have a female co-host, because when people do ask questions or we talk about topic, I want a female perspective on top of just not just mine. So
Hmm.
that's why this is a thing, because I was able to make the decision and walk away from the 2K community.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I have a question for you. Me and Mac, while you were away, dealing with Harmony and getting her situated and settled, we had like a brief moment where we were kind of praising, positive black male role models and positive black female role models. And, what I always tell people, like when I stream, is I like to search for other black streamers and raid them or show them love. Do, and I noticed that in this world that we live in, even though we, black folks, we do get, treated a bit more harshly in a lot of different situations, aspects of our lives, and we deal with a lot more things differently. But do you feel that it also comes to play in the black community as far as gaming? Like I notice, there's a lot of other black gamers, but they, like you said, they ain't down to support another black streamer. Like they're a little bit more selfish, where instead of like trying to help others rise or support them or give them advice, they ready to put somebody else down, hoping that they bring themselves up. What are your opinions about that, and how do you feel about how the black gaming community is versus, streaming in general or gaming in general?
The black community streaming and the white community is so different. Like it's just so different. I feel like it's so much hate and so much shit talking and all of that, ruined friendships and different things like that. So, if you look, these white people who play Fortnite, man, they got like 20, 30,000 people being their stream every single that they stream and stuff.
Exactly.
But that's just the Fortnite players, and the Apex community getting like that to a point like that too. I mean, in a sense, the 2K community, I mean, depending on who you are, it depends on what you watching people for. Because most people either because you good at the game and you might not be entertaining, or you entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's either one. It's just a whole different community. I feel like, in a sense, in my opinion and stuff like that. I'm trying to see what he's gonna say. Or figure something else out. Talk about something else.
Yeah, for sure. I know for me it's kind of hard. Like I try to be, you know I try to have that black pride first and foremost. You know, a lot of I've dealt through that in my life, and then I feel like we as gamers as well, we don't get enough of that shine and that spotlight, and it's really sad, you know, when you meet other gamers and you get that opportunity to reach out, and they're not as gracious as you would wish they would be. Because I've actually rated other black streamers. You know, like I said, I go through Apex streams and I'll rate another Apex stream, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's a Hispanic streamer, here's a black streamer, here's a Filipino streamer, because I'm half black and Filipino, so I try to support my people.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how you would give them that support, but how offended they are, or how they feel like once you do that, like you have to keep doing that, or you know, you're fake. Like, I actually had somebody that I rated one time, and I rated her with, like, I think at the time I had like 22 viewers. I rated her with 22 viewers, and you know, she came to my stream, she hit the follow button, all of that good stuff. She's like, thank you, you know, we got to support each other. And it got to the point where she expected me to rate her every time I had a certain amount of viewers, because she wanted the viewers too. And if I didn't, we got an attitude, like, I haven't talked to this person in like a year type stuff. But have you ever had to deal with something along those lines, as far as what love that you've spread out, and how they have received it or given that back out to you?
Yeah, but I ain't had no bad things yet though, like, happen. Cause like when I first started to stream and I was getting like those 25, 30 people and all of that up and stuff like that, I used to always just raise somebody who was random, you know, like a random streamer, but I ain't never had nobody give me no issue or nothing like that. So like it was good. But the main thing I used to try to do, I used to try to always try to rate, but females don't show the same love back, or they think they too big headed, too big, and all this other stuff. So I just stopped. So it just, I
Mm.
mean, I've just had females do different things, and I like watching random people. I mean, that's how me and you met, for instance. Like, you know, I be looking for new people to watch and different things like that. So that's what had happened.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think that's definitely me getting to know you, was how I got to know Easy, I believe. Um,
Yeah.
Actually, I don't really remember how it went down, but I know Easy just started coming into the stream, and he always hits me with the "Hey, friend," and it just kind of stuck. Like, we just became cool ever since then. Like, I would
Right.
notice there'd be times where I'm streaming for like long periods of time, and I'll look at to see who's in the chat because nobody's talking, and Easy's name will always be in there. Like, no
Yeah.
matter if he's talking or not, like, he'll keep a tab up or whatever.
He lurked pretty well. He lurked pretty well. I can't remember exactly how me and Easy exactly met, but he always been that person to pop up in your stream and do different things like that, and at least stay in there with you all stream.
Hmm.
But I mean, you know, I just feel like I mean, it just depends on really who you kind of dealing with in the streaming world. I met a lot of cool people off streaming, like randomly. Like I've rated a lot of cool people randomly. It's just sometimes you don't get that same support back because people are too bougie, don't want to follow you because they don't want different things like that.
Hmm. And it's not
So
even the fact that we expect follows. Like, sometimes it's nice to raise somebody, you know, who doesn't have views or anything like that. Just it kind of helps boost that morale, because like, I've been there when, you know, I streamed and I had nobody, or maybe I just had one person in there, and you know, it can be discouraging, you know, as a streamer, especially when you first start out, to understand, you know, the value of what you're doing when you don't really see, you know, the progress, you know, because sometimes it takes
yeah,
time. Like, I actually encouraged, you know, a buddy of mine to stream, and he gave up on it, but he gave up on it because there was literally a month straight of him streaming where nobody but me would be in his stream, and he didn't want to pursue it any further. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes it can be exhausting physically. Like, a lot of people don't know, yeah, we sitting here playing video games, but we're sitting in this chair for hours, bro. Then we gotta entertain you guys at the same time as try to play the game well. So we gotta have that game IQ on point. We gotta be personable. We gotta be relatable. We gotta be, you know, sociable. We gotta be all kinds of things to make somebody want to say, hey, I like chilling with this motherfucker. I'm gonna hit this follow button, or hey, I'm gonna support this streamer, I'm gonna hit that sub button, or hey, I may not be able to sub, but I'm gonna follow, I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna
Right.
watch every time she streams or he streams, and it's hard to do that, man. It's really really tough. So like
Yeah.
more power to the people who really out here grinding.
Yeah. I mean, it is a hard thing to do. Like when streaming first happened, and I was like watching everybody and stuff like that. It's really try to keep up with everybody and try to be there and try to support everybody. Because I mean, I used to just leave a tab open for people. But I mean, streaming is just tricky. It's just a tricky subject.
For sure, definitely, definitely. Oh, if you don't mind me asking, because like I haven't been able to catch your stream in a while. I know you get busy. You know, life gets busy. I know you've been working a lot lately. Um, but for you, what do you feel is like your best quality as a streamer? What do you feel like that you do well that brings people back, or makes people want to come back and watch?
I feel like my best quality is I think my gameplay, and I'm not saying I'm not entertaining as well, but my gameplay probably is like, cause I can play 2K and I can try to, keep everything entertained and different things like that. But I think that's what draws people to what making me want to watch 2K and different things like that is because I can play the game well, I can communicate well, I can still have fun at the same time. Because like you said, streaming is entertaining. You have to entertain people.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm back.
But
Yeah,
that's what I think the best thing for me is.
my baby girl in one of them moods.
I actually I believe in that, and I feel you on that, because that's partly the reason why I watched your stream, was because I was like, oh, a female gamer and she plays 2K. Let me see if she good. And you was really out there hooping, like from another basketball player to another. Like you can tell when somebody has that basketball IQ, and that's kind of what did it for me. I was like, oh, she really understands like the game of basketball, not just playing the game 2K, but she understands the game of basketball.
Yeah.
And not only that, bro, like you funny, bro. You be having me cracking up. Like if y'all have never been to Mac's stream and then just hung out with her for like just even 10 minutes, bro, I swear to God, you gonna be laughing.
She really
Like
is.
the first time I came to her stream, bro, I was dead within like the first 15 minutes of me just sitting there watching, and it was literally one of those just random moments that I just stopped by. I'm like, oh, this bro, hella funny. I was like, I'm definitely following.
So to answer your question, it's because it's too many. Not all of us black gamers are black people. Period. Are like that, but it's way too many of people with the mindset of like crabs in a barrel. So like if I'm not gonna make it, you're not gonna make it, but you damn sure not gonna make it off me. And then I still be down here. And then to the people who do, quote unquote make it, when they make it, it's like, all right, y'all stay down there, because the thing that I know, especially about streaming, people people that have like crazy amounts of views now, they when they first started, they got help in some form. Either somebody shouted them out, somebody host them, somebody they did a collab of some sort. They did something happen. It could be just that one thing, but something happened in your streaming career to where now you when you stream, you get hundreds to thousands of views. So the problem that I have with that is don't forget how you got there, because I hear them talk now and they say, I did this with nothing. I started from nothing and I grinded my way to where I am right now. They never mention that one host that they got, that one shout out that they got. So, and then they condemn somebody for asking for that. So if somebody say, hey, can you shout me out on Twitter? Hey, can you host me when you done? Like, you get condemned for that. But I've seen where that's only in the 2K community. Like in other communities, I've seen where they were willing to help the next person out because this was something that they really they took it as the closed mouths don't get fed saying. So if you want help and you came to me asking for help, I'm gonna help you. Like I'm not a mind reader. I don't know, So it's one of those things where if you're trying to make it or if you want some help, all you could do is ask. Like I would say the worst they could say is no, but in experiences and things that I've seen, it's a lot more than just no. You get banned out the chat, you get called all kind of names, and some people just trying to like feed their family. Like some people are just trying to stay off, like a teenager trying to stay off the street and a reason to stay inside and stream. But it's hard to watch sometimes. So that's why I created this. So it's cool to come and if you want, that's just like right now. I mean, or when we end, I'm gonna play the game, but I'm going to find someone to raid that don't have that many viewers because that's what this is about. It's to help people. That's the reason why I started the stream, because I wanted to help people. I wanted to reach people in all over the world, to where if you wanted to talk about anything or vent about anything, you could come and talk to me, because a lot of people just want people to listen. They don't really want your advice. They don't, you could give your little 2 cents here and there, but they just want you to listen. They want you to listen. That's it. And I'm down for that. People that like want to play the game with me, I'm not available to play all the time. As you can tell, I'm crazy daughter. But if it's something going on and you need to talk, I'm always available to talk. Cause I can multitask and do that, but I can't focus and play, a game with you and be in a party chat and all of that. But if you ever need me because something is going on, like I'm always available. Like my phone is somewhere around every time I move. Cause if I don't pick it up, she gonna pick it up and bring it with me, and she attached at my hip. So. And the first episode of the podcast, it was very important to me to get across to my listeners that talk to your people. Talk to your people. When you go, it's cool to go, a few days or a week or so without talking, but check on your people, man. Check on your people. Let them know that you care. The reason that I'm like that, I'm gonna tell you. I had a good friend of mine that I've known for 10 years plus. He committed suicide, and it was. I don't blame myself, but I know for a fact that we didn't, or at the time we weren't talking like we used to, and I feel like if I had sent a text or a DM on this day, it could have been prevented. But whatever I had going on, I didn't take that time, and then I found out that happened. And that really, really messed me up. So ever since then, anybody that I call a friend, a brother, a sister, whatever, every now and then, you would notice that I'll hit you up and be like, "What's up? Just checking on you, just seeing how you doing." I hope all is well. That kind of thing, and that it's because of that. I never want people to think that they can't talk to me or that they have nobody to talk to, because you can't really go to like family, even your best friends. Sometimes kind of look at you funny when you talk to them about certain stuff, and that's shit's weird to me. But I'm always here, and it's vaulted. Nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know. I've known people that wanted to end it all, and after talking to me, I was able to prevent that. But I would never tell somebody else, oh yeah, so and so, but that's not me, and I would never want a person to not be able to trust me with anything. Like if they come to me in confidence, it's vaulted. The conversation didn't happen. Somebody else asked me, but that's between us and us only. But man, I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all held it down, man. When Harmony started wild,
Yeah,
cause
definitely.
I could hear it in the other room, but and which brings me to the other topic for the night. Can men and women just be friends? Like
Ooh.
that, like that's it, nothing more. Is it, first of all, is it possible? Yes.
Yeah, I can attest that it is possible because I do have male friends who were just strictly friends, but it's also very difficult depending on the chemistry and the vibe and the connection that you have with someone, because there's so many different types of ways that you can connect with somebody, whether it's just the things you have in common, if your personalities are the same, if you're into the same stuff and you do the same things, if you're physically attracted to them, if you're emotionally attracted to them, if you're mentally attracted or spiritually attracted. It's hard to just be friends with someone when there's extra feelings or emotions involved. But is it possible for a man and a woman to just be friends? Absolutely, absolutely. But it has to be a mutual understanding of where you guys lie, as far as what type of relationship that you want to have with each other. And I always tell people a lot of that ties into just being open and honest when it comes to communication. A lot of people don't like talking about their feelings or don't like opening them up about how they feel or what they're thinking, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of people, when it comes to relationships, whether it's just friendships or if they're getting involved, is people don't talk. People don't actually take the time to really communicate and express what's going on. And a lot of people talk to talk and not to really listen and to understand and comprehend from another person's perspective. When it comes to men and women, especially if there's a physical attraction, boy, that's hard, because I've been in them situations. I'm from Dago. Y'all got me a nice little handsome ass man next to me. It's hard, bro. I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna smash. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna let you, daddy.
Doll,
But
just a
the,
doll.
the, but there be times, when you meet somebody and they're physically attractive, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go there because that friendship that we have is so real. I don't really want to fuck with that. I don't really want to mess that up. I don't want to do anything that's going to prevent me and this person from being as cool as we are right now. So is it possible? Yes. Is it difficult? Bitch, it's difficult. But it just depends on that status between you and that person, because in any relationship, it depends on the foundation that you build. If your foundation is weak, it's always going to crumble.
And the thing that I've seen, of course, it's possible because I have a lot of female friends. As far as like I support like a lot of female streamers and stuff, and part of the reason why I do that is because generally, a good percentage of males are always disrespecting women and gaming and streamers and stuff like that. So I try my best to show them that not all of us are like that. So that's why I support so many female streamers and have so many female friends because of that. But I will say this. it's also dangerous and somewhat unfair. The reason that I say that is because I've seen situations where a guy and a girl were friends. They both had significant others, but
Mm-hmm.
when something happens, they they run to each other to express how angry they are and what that person did and what you don't like that they did and that kind of thing. So what ends up happening is now the guy has a somewhat of a blueprint on how to
Mm-hmm.
satisfy her and vice versa. So what it without knowing, you give the blueprint to your friend, quote unquote, and then y'all can down the line end up together. But the reason that it's unfair is because the conversation or the communication between you and your friend, you should be having that with your significant other. So because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times in a relationship, you get mad at your significant other, and when they try to figure out what's wrong with you, you hit them with a nothing, and then you just keep it moving. Like I do it, my wife does it, but there's a little grace period where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna let you be. We're gonna come back to that because we gotta talk about this. And the thing that I always say is, I never want you to stop being mad. Like don't be mad because that's something that you don't like. I upset you, but you have to tell me what I did so I could fix it. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you just go from not being mad anymore, I'ma keep doing it. Like
Exactly.
I want to stop doing that to you. Like I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to be mad. Like let me know. Don't go tell this nigga what I done did and what you don't like and all this other shit. Like tell me. Like that's a conversation you need to have with me. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you could tell them about it afterwards, but like while you're upset, you're vulnerable. Like, don't do that. That's my. I need that. I need you to be vulnerable with me, not with them. Like, talk to me, and I promise you, even if I do it again, like I'm working on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something. And trust me, when I say that, it's something like stupid. Like uh, leaving the toilet seat up or something like that. Like it's not like cheating or nothing like that. I would never, and I can honestly say that I've never done that. I've never ever cheated on a woman ever. I did call a woman a bitch one time, but that was a little touchy subject. I got woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning because she wanted to do laundry, and she asked me about some pants on the floor. Like, why are these pants on the floor? And I was like, bitch, they sleep. So and I had to deal with that. So,
But
but
like to me, a lot of that is situational, though. Like for
it
example, like
is.
we already know, like communication is key in anything, no matter it's personal, work related, friendship, significant other, whatever the case may be. It's always about communication. But at the same time, where you're saying that, like for an example, if a man and a woman is in a relationship and you did something as a man that bothered her, and she felt like she couldn't talk to you about it, and she goes and she seeks out somebody else, anybody else, a friend, a homegirl, or a homeboy to talk to about it. There is also, at the same respect or the same aspect, that something that you're not doing on your end as a man, as her significant other, to make her feel comfortable that she can come to you with her grievances and with her concerns and with her, ideas, her thoughts, her opinions, whatever. Because I always tell people this when it comes to relationships, like, if your significant other doesn't feel comfortable communicating with you about whatever it is that they feel that you've done them wrong, or they don't agree about, or they have concerns about, it's always because of a couple of reasons. One, you don't make them feel comfortable enough to talk about that with you. Or two, there's something mentally or emotionally or spiritually wrong internally with them, where they cannot confide in you for that specific reason. They feel like they have to reach out to an outward source to get an outward opinion upon that. But that's also in part, it takes two to fucking tango. It takes two to fucking tango when it comes to relationships. So I mean, as much as you have to self-reflect as an individual on your own feelings and emotions, there are a lot of people who are underdeveloped, I would say, when it comes to how their emotions and their feelings are as an individual. Like me myself, I'm very self-aware. Like I can understand when I'm upset at somebody, I need some time away. Like there are times where, like, if I'm really mad at you, I ain't finna talk to you, and I'm gonna tell you that, like, cause I'm gonna need my space. But I'm gonna always try to assess the situation first in my head, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna speak to you about it, and then we can come to an understanding. But there are some people who they're in a relationship with somebody, and they don't feed their soul enough for them to feel comfortable to say, hey, this is what's bothering me, and I feel like I can come to you and talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Because some people don't react in that situation correctly. So it's hard because it's situational. It really depends on the two individuals. But when it comes to that, communication is a part of the process. And a lot of people, like you said, they aren't willing to be vulnerable with that person, which that really doesn't make any sense to me. Because if you want to be in a relationship with someone, you have to take the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have to be willing to be at your strongest and be at your weakest in order for you guys to really discover what it is about yourselves and what it is about each other that you love and that you can build and you can grow upon, because that's all that relationships are. Like, a lot of people think that when you fall in love it's just gonna be unicorns and motherfucking rainbows. It's not. My
Hell no.
parents have been married for over 30 years, and there'll be times like I'll go over there randomly. I'm like, what's up, mom? What's up, pop? And my mama is a 5'2" Asian woman. She'd be like, fuck that nigga. I'm like, okay. Well, shit, what happened? And it would be some dumb, like he didn't take her to go play bingo. Like it'd be like some dumb shit. But they always get back and get right.
After a while, it's the dumbest shit. Go ahead, Matt.
I mean, I agree with everything you mostly said about, and in this day and age, it's really hard to try to have a relationship or date somebody more than just being friends. I do think males and females can be friends without making it more. Mm-hmm. And for me, an example, I don't have too many female friends just because some females are messy and they like to gossip and do different things like that. But guys, like, I got a lot of guy friends, but that don't mean like I did anything sexually with them or anything of that sort. Because I'm not that type of person. Like, we established we friends, then we friends. But I mean, you pick and choose who you want to be with. But I've never had a friend and changed them into something more than I already said. And I like having guy friends because guys really put you on a lot of game about dudes. You know what I'm saying? About how dudes treat you, how dudes think about sex, different things like that. They put you on a lot of game about a lot of stuff. So that's why I have a lot of guy friends, and them to talk to me about females, and they ask me for female advice about, what would you do, different things like that. But I just think in this day and age, it's just like you said, people don't want to be vulnerable, and I think people just don't want to be vulnerable because they don't want to feel like they too soft. But I feel like if you generally like somebody, and I'm that type of person that's not gonna have you wondering, like, if we like each other, we like each other. It is what it is. We two grown adults. I don't have time to be like, nah, I really, you know what I'm saying? Just keep stuff low key and different things like that. And I think that's why a lot of people don't say anything, just because of the simple reason of that, really. But I mean, in this day and age, it's a lot different. When our parents was growing up, they whoop the whoop, yeah, like you, like me, people was getting married at 18, having kids by such and such age, and then living, being married 20, 25, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna, like you said, it's not gonna change the fact you still shit not gonna be peachy either. At the same time, you gotta work this shit out and talk. But at the same time, because I had a situation where you were talking about either people that don't like feel comfortable telling you something because didn't feel like they could come to you for different things like that. Because I've in a relationship that ended with me just because that person didn't want to tell me exactly how they felt when I was trying to fix something. Exactly. So it just ended after that because I was trying to fix it. They was like, well, I feel unappreciated. Okay, how you feel unappreciated? I don't know. Well, how the fuck am I gonna fix it if you don't know? It's just like you saying I'm mad, but and I
Yeah.
ask you why you mad, and you be like, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Well, how I'm gonna fix it?
I'm
Like,
just
you know what I'm
mad
saying? It's just
Mm-hmm.
like one of them things.
because.
But and then people can also ruin a lot of your relationships too, depending on who you talk to them about. Like if
Exactly.
you say like if Easy come to me and say something, hey, my wife doing this, and let's say I'm not saying I don't like his, because I don't have no problem with it. But if I don't like her, I'm gonna feel some type of way of him asking me for advice because I'm a like give him negative advice like nah you
Yeah.
need to break up with your wife because because of this and that, but it's just because my hate, if I had hate for her.
Right.
And I think people get too much bad advice from people and they don't listen to like what they actually want to do. They just think, I'm gonna go ask this person, and then it changes to a whole different scenario basically.
That's true
Mm-hmm.
though, and
And
it's
that's funny
very
that you
tough.
mentioned that because I actually had someone like that who couldn't really express their emotions or feelings with me, and they
Yeah.
would say, this ain't working, that ain't working. I was like, all right, cool, let's try. Like, tell me what's going on. What can we do as a couple to fix it? And he would never have like you can tell me all day long that something's wrong, but you can't tell me why it's wrong or why you feel
Right.
that way. Like,
Right.
how are you supposed to work on something if you say, like you said, I'm mad. Okay, what you mad about? I don't
Right.
know. Okay, bro. Like that's like when you try to get to know somebody new and they start texting you. You be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Good. You good? You? All
Yeah.
right. Well, conversation over. This shit whack. Like what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like what else we
What you
gonna
doing?
do?
No,
Like
what you
Yeah.
doing? What you
And
doing?
it just depends because like, and a lot of
Shit
people,
trash.
I mean, a lot of people just because like I don't want to talk to a lot of people because they don't keep they don't keep my attention. Like we text
mm-hmm.
different things like that. We don't talk on the phone, different things like that. Or why I don't want to talk to you because you don't have a personality. Like I feel like personality is a big thing for me
Yes.
because I could be talking to a dude and you don't have to be no 10. You could be a 6 or a 7, but your personality could be bomb as shit. Like we talk about random
Mm-hmm.
shit, shit that keep the conversation going. We not always hitting each other like what you doing, and making the conversation dead. But people can't text in this generation either. They suck at texting. People don't want to call. People want to call you or FaceTime you. They don't want to come in person and see you like how they used to do and shit like that. So it's just a whole different ball
Bruh.
game, honestly.
It's
And that's.
crazy how that is. Like I feel
Mhm.
like that I actually talked about that like plenty of times of how like I think this day and age with the fact that everybody has social media and everybody's constantly on their phones that people can't talk like I'll literally like me and my friends when we go out to eat we go out to dinner like yeah some people like taking little pictures and posts and we do that but we always
Mhm.
set our phones down and then we take that time to really be in the moment. A lot of people aren't in the moment. Like people are so consumed with, how their internet personalities are that they can't have a decent conversation with somebody. Like I literally talked to a dude and when we first started talking it was all texting. So in text that motherfucker was chopping it up to me all day long. We was having real cool conversations and y'all know me, bro, I ain't wasting that much finger energy unless I like you. Like I ain't trying to pick up my phone constantly and keep texting you. I'm like, call
Mhm.
me, chop it up with me in person
Yep.
type
I
of
already,
Mhm.
female. So
I already know
it
where
got
this
to the point
going.
where I'm like, hey, just call my phone, let me know what's good. And we would sit on the phone and I'd be bored in the first
Damn.
5 to 10 minutes. I'm like,
Mhm.
how can I talk to you all day long through text and you got so much to say? But when I talk to you on the phone, you don't have nothing to say, and it's because people, when they text, they can think about what they want to say. They can think about their
Yeah.
replies. They can try to be clever or try to be witty, and a lot of people can't think on their feet like that. And me,
Yeah,
when I
man,
get
I already
bored,
knew where that was
just
going.
like you, Mac, my attention, I'm elsewhere. I'll listen to somebody talk, and I'm literally thinking, bro, I think I want a sandwich.
Bruh.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
Hey,
Like
look,
in the middle of you talking, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'll be like, all right.
it's
And then
crazy.
you hit them with a like, all right, so what you about to get into just to slide that conversation and get off the phone. And I hate having to do that with people, but some people can't hold a conversation anymore these days.
Right.
Hey,
They
man,
can't.
I already knew where that was going. I was like, man, when
Mhm.
I heard you say chopping it up in the text like that, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga, he
Yeah,
gonna
it
get
be
on the
like that
phone
for
and
real.
be like,
Be trash. Or some people who good at texting, but
Mhm.
they don't know what to talk about in person. It goes hand in hand. Like,
Right.
see, I could do both, but I rather like talk on the phone. I rather FaceTime. I'm not that person who gonna sit here and text for all damn hours of the day. Like
yeah,
I don't like that shit. Like
and another
why you can't just call me? You know what I'm saying?
and another
Or
thing,
if you
when
what?
when 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 niggas is FaceTiming you chicks, tell y'all ladies something. We didn't call y'all to look at y'all damn ceiling fan.
What?
You got the phone.
We're looking at the ceiling fan.
You got the
Right,
phone
doing
laid.
all that.
You got the phone laid down. He can't even see you. Like you looking at the ceiling and shit while you doing other stuff. Like, nah, man, we call to talk to you. Like, man, pick that phone up, man. Prop that phone up so we can see you. Like that shit. That shit annoying. I ain't saying that wife did that, but I'm just saying, like when when we call and FaceTime, like we want to see you. Don't put no picture up there. Put it on pause. I don't see that shit.
Actually, I've never had an issue with that. Like, cause I refuse. Ain't no point in me video chatting with you and I can't see your face.
Yeah,
Like,
some people do that. Some people do that. Oh,
now
it
it
be
be
dark,
on like
dark
I
and shit in
had
the
one cute
room.
moment. This was on some real cute shit. Don't judge me, okay? I was in love.
Lord.
Fuck y'all. But we was FaceTiming, and then it got to the point where we just set the phone down and we fell asleep with the FaceTime on, like just chilling. Now this was one of them one-offs, because Jazzy a thug. We don't do this shit on a daily basis, okay?
Yeah, of course.
But it happens like that, where sometimes you just want to be in someone's presence. They even just their aura or their presence fulfills you. Like, you ain't even got to be really focused on me. Like, we could be FaceTiming, we could be video chatting, and you could be making dinner. I could be playing a video game, but I see you, you see me.
Exactly.
Okay, we chilling.
Yeah,
Right.
because I mean, if you call them, like, and y'all just on the phone, that's one thing. But it's something about when you video chatting or Skype, or used to be Skype back in the day, AIM message, whatever. And when I want to see you, I want to see you. I don't want to call you for you to multitask and shit like that. Even if you doing other stuff, I want to see you doing that other stuff. Like, just.
So you like
keep
that
in mind.
undivided attention?
What? No, I don't. I'm just saying that if I call you on the phone, audio, you could be doing whatever. But if I FaceTime you or we're video chatting, I want to see you. I don't want to see nothing else. You could still do whatever, but you just.
Oh, I got it. So you mean like you want them to at least like prop the video? Like, if you vacuuming, bitch, put the bitch up by the window so I can see you vacuum.
Yeah,
Like,
straight up, because if you vacuum and we on FaceTime, you always miss the spot. Like that's you didn't get over
people
that.
don't vacuum these days. People ain't clean. Man, I don't know.
Man,
I'm gonna just throw that out there.
Hell no. If you ain't clean, we got some other stuff to talk about. I'm gonna try to lead by example.
It's crazy how, like, when you get involved with somebody and you actually see like their way of living when you go to their house. Like, me, I'm really picky. Like, everybody gets messy here and there, but
Yeah.
because people work, people got lives, people get tired. But if you stay in that mess and you stay in that funk, can't do it.
I'm gonna try to lead by example and shit.
Clean.
When you call me, you gonna be like, man, every time I call you, you cleaning up. Yeah, motherfucker, you should do the same. But you see me cleaning, motherfucker. Yeah. But that was funny. But I want to open up the chat. If y'all have any questions for Jazzy, man, like I said, you could hold on. Let me type this in there for y'all. That is the link to her Twitch, her Twitter, and her Instagram. So yeah, make sure y'all give her a follow, man. Please don't go in there being weird, cause I sent
I'm here
y'all.
for the weirdos. I like the
sent
weird
y'all.
ones.
Cause I'm telling you, my phone gonna buzz and it's gonna be like, yo, why you sent these weird ass niggas to my chat, bro? She's like, she gonna be like, I dealt with them, but why you sent these weird ass niggas to my chat, man? So, but yeah, man, y'all follow her up, man. So Jazz, you wanna touch on the tournament?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I appreciate the platform.
go ahead.
I am hosting a Duos Apex tournament on my channel. This will be next Sunday, March 15th. It'll start at 1 p.m. Arizona Standard Time, which is my time zone. I think that is 2 p.m. Central Time and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'd have to double check because I know daylight savings is like March 8th or something like that.
Yeah, it's next Sunday, I believe.
Next Sunday. Okay.
Oh, okay. Because I know for Arizona, like, nigga, we stay in one spot. We don't rotate. We don't move. We just be chilling. And everybody else moves, what, like, ahead an hour or two?
Spring forward, yeah. So it'd be and move ahead 1 hour.
Move ahead on 1 hour. All right, so I'm gonna have to update that. But yeah, if you guys, if you play Apex, if you like watching Apex, if you just want to come hang out and see what the tournament is about, I've done a couple of tournaments on my channel. All of my tournaments are always free to play. I never make anyone pay to play in my tournaments, because a lot of my tournaments is always from the amount of support that I get from my community. So you guys come through, you guys watch me, you guys support, you guys sub, you guys drop donos, you drop tips and bits and cheers, and all of that money is used to upgrade the stream or do tournaments or do giveaways. So we actually reached 1,000 followers recently. We're currently sitting at 1,043. Thank you, man. It was a huge milestone for me as a streamer, and we're celebrating our 1K day on Sunday, March 15th. And for that day, we'll be doing a subscriber giveaway. I'm going to try to do some mini giveaways for the followers too, but then we're also going to be doing the Duels Apex tournament. I'll have a promo trailer out for that soon in the Discord and on YouTube, and I should be posting it on Twitter and Instagram soon too. But right now, I think the slots are almost full. We have like 3 slots left. Right now, it's just open to the community, but it does open up to the public on this Sunday. So if the slots are open, I might open up a few more and let other people join if you're interested in, and you can join my Discord. Click on that link. You can type Discord in my chat. Appreciate you guys coming through from Easy Stream and hitting that follow button. I love you guys. That's love. But yeah, you guys can come through and watch. It's going to be a good time. Y'all going to see me in this space for a few hours, and just see some great gameplay from a lot of really cool people that I've met along the way. A lot of really great gamers, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay, man. Hey, we about to wrap it up, man. This has been another dope ass episode. But of course, my daughter had to find her way in the damn stream, bruh. She be, you know what? This little thug be trying to take over. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Look, she gonna come up missing. I'm telling you, man. She gonna come up missing. Man. But closing remarks, Jazzy, Mac.
Yo, I appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate Jazzy coming on and chopping it up.
Yes.
Different things like that.
And we're gonna clap it up for Jazz one time.
And yeah, clap it up for him.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just want to thank you both for having me. Thank you guys for the opportunity just to spotlight me and what I do as a streamer, and to also be a part of your new venture and your new adventure and your new journey. And I'm glad to be a part of it. And I want to thank you both for being just the amazing people that you guys are. Again, I know I have a few people in my chat, in my community. We've opened up that multi-Twitch. I know if you guys have been hanging out with me, you've been able to sit inside Easy Stream as well. Hit that follow button, the Easy to Talk to podcast. As if you've been sitting here, you've been marinating with us, man, I just want to go ahead and just promo him, my dude, a little bit. Bruh, Easy is, it speaks for itself. He's just easy to talk to, man. He's just a wonderful dude, a great personality, a positive black male role model as well, a positive black father to his children, a husband, a friend. As you heard, he's always there to support you and be down for you and have your six, have your back. Mac, always going to be that wonderful, bright, that shining light. Yo, if I could be honest, Mac, this might sound a little corny, y'all, but Jazzy's a poet. If you haven't met Mac, if you ever get to know Mac, she is the color inside of a gray room. For real though. Like, if you get to know and you get to understand the type of person that Mac is, the type of personality that she has and how brightly she shines, you guys definitely go over to her channel as well, hit that follow button and enjoy the content that you guys see there. But I want to thank you guys so much for having me, man. It was really fun. It was nice to be on this show.
Oh, it's no problem, man.
I appreciate you coming. Thank you. We really do appreciate it.
I just know for a fact, I know like my first 2 episodes, it was females, and I got a couple more females in line to come through. It's by design. It's by design because I have a daughter. I have a wife that's a gamer, and my message is it's okay. It's okay to the fellas. It's okay. Embrace them. Like, embrace them. They're here. They are here. They ain't going nowhere. It's more and more getting into gaming. it used to be kind of back in the day where a woman really wouldn't pick up a controller, but it took some brave souls where it's like, you know what? I see you on the game all the time. Instead of me having a problem with it, let me see what the fuss is about, and let me pick up the controller and see what's so fun, how you can play for hours on end, and it birthed something like really great. So again, thank you, Jazzy, for coming through. Mac, you already know what it is, fam.
Yeah, know what it
You
is.
already know what it is. Next week's guest will be none other than Miss Gold Rush herself. Miss
Hey,
Gold Rush.
lit.
She hit me up and she
See the
wanted,
goat.
yeah, she wanted to she found out about the podcast and everything, and she was like, you know what, I really want to do that. And that's cool because she's a very small streamer, man, and if I could help get shine light on her stream and what she does, I'm with it. So yeah, the next episode will be titled Gold Rush, episode number 4. Man, we already going into episode number 4, yo. Man, it's going
Keep the train
down.
moving, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna try to episode number 10. I'm gonna try to do like a big giveaway. Episode number 10. I'm gonna try my best. I'm not making any promises, but I will say this: when I do stream, any kind of like donations or anything, it's gonna go to this. It's going to up my mic quality. The graphic work is going straight into this. So I will say that. But let me see if I can get me a little raid together. We are gonna raid baby girl fly. I believe she has one. She has one viewer right now. Man. One. So man, y'all make sure y'all join that raid. We're gonna go over there. We're gonna kick it with her. Matter of fact, what y'all need to do is when y'all get in the chat, put nothing but face palm emoji. If y'all rock with me, y'all
Yes.
put them in her spam the shit out of her chat with face palm emojis. Man, I'm gonna see who do it. So if y'all a real one, y'all go in there and y'all spam that shit, man. And I appreciate everybody coming through the podcast, man. Once again, episode number 3 is in the books. Tomorrow morning, it will be uploaded to YouTube. So I'm gonna do a little editing, and tomorrow it will be uploaded to YouTube, just in case there's some people out there that missed it. But shit, we signing off, man.